Okay, we're going to begin. Minivan to the Station, a story taken from It's a Rum Life, Book 2, Boston 1960 to 1970. This is part of Tales from the Lincolnshire Standard. Looking back on these times now, it's difficult to see when I managed to devote the time to my basic job, when at any moment I was going to be asked to imitate Stirling Moss or Mike Hawthorn in a minivan. Another of the fairly frequent newspaper printing press breakdowns had occurred. The first I knew of it was when the works manager cornered my boss to request my services at short notice. Just to run the Sleaford Standard down to the station for the next train, it shouldn't take more than a few minutes. He sounded very convincing, but he had not yet found the van. By the time we had, the train departure was imminent. It was a bit more than a mile to the station, through the marketplace, round the Five Lamps roundabout, over the Old Town Bridge, through the traffic lights at the top of Bridge Street and down West Street. Everything went well for the first minute or two, and then entering West Street everything changed. The road was dug up, or so it seemed. In front of me was a mess of manhole covers, gullies and potholes. The road was being resurfaced. I had to choose, and quickly, over the manholes that seemed to be everywhere and sticking up above everything else, or slalom between them. I was still doing the maximum permitted 30 miles an hour and could virtually hear the train whistle as it was about to depart. Just half a mile to go, and I daren't slacken my speed. I chose to go over the manholes. Then as the first one approached, it seemed huge. My confidence bled faster than lightning, and my foot touched the brakes, perhaps a bit too strongly, as the next thing was a tremendous grinding noise from between my feet. The van kept going, and we were over, and all the others seemed much smaller after that. I had the confidence not to brake any more until the van was well onto the station platform. The newspapers caught the train, but the van was not running too well on the return journey. A loud throaty noise came from under the bonnet, and there was an oil slick following me down the road. Reporting back to the works manager with the good news that the papers had made it, I had also to impart my tale of woe. "Take it straight round to the garage," he said. "Not a word to a soul. I will telephone them that you're coming," he concluded. The van had gone in for a service, plus new sump and complete exhaust system that could be seen dragging along behind. There we are, that's the end of that little story. I hope you enjoyed it. Brought to you by Cracker Books, written and read by Keith Sanders. There's lots more stories to read on Keith Sanders is thestoryman.wordpress.com. Lots more free audio stories on this Buzzsprout site, and there's some videos you can see. Dozens of videos, all kinds of subjects, including heavy horses. Keith Sanders, the Short Story Man on YouTube. There's a shop. This is the important bit. All the stories you listen to or read are compiled in books. They're not expensive, they're downloadable, and you can see them all on richardkeithsanders.selz.com. Thank you for listening.